And in fact, many Vaishnavas, because they read in the Puran, there's one Tulsi Mahatmyam describing the glories of Tulsi. It says that the dirt or the miti or whatever you call it, at the bottom of a Tulsi plant, wherever that plant is growing, that dirt immediately surrounding the mool or the root, the trunk, around the base of the Tulsi, that dirt is non-different than Brajaraj. It is non-different from the dust of Vrindavan. So devotees who have read this and who know this, or are cognizant of this fact, then every morning they take some little bit of that dirt and they put on their head, or even on their forehead, and they carry that way they carry the dust of Vrindavan. They honor the dust of the Vrindavan. They carry in their head, just like people, if they love someone, they sometimes have a cameo. A locket. They carry a locket around their neck. Nowadays they sell these little laminations of Radha and Krishna and Hanuman and Shiva, and little tiny plastic lamination, little necklace. Whoever your Ishtadev is, you can wear around your neck. But in the old days, for example, Radharani, Vishaka is a very good artist. So sometimes when Radharani's feeling down, unhappy, then Vishaka takes a piece of ivory, like our B.G. Sharma. He's very expert at this, or he was anyway. Take a piece of ivory, which is from the tusks of the elephant, and then a very small piece, maybe this big, half inch, and they wear a glass like this and they paint on it. So Vishaka, she takes a piece of ivory and she paints a very small portrait of Krishna, Shamsundar, using all earth colors. This potassium sulfate. Potassium sulfate, which is blue, it's a blue color, natural blue. All these potassium sulfate and all these different kind of minerals that are red and blue and green. And that's how they used to make paints in the old days. And they lasted hundreds of years in these old palaces in Mewar and Rajasthan. You can see that they didn't have acrylics and enamel paint and distemper and all these things. They're just from minerals. So then she paints this, and then they go to some goldsmith, Tankana. There's Tankana. They have one man. His name is Tankana. He's a goldsmith in Krishna Lila. So then they take this small ivory painting. They make a necklace, and Radharani wears it around as a locket, and make a locket with a little door. There's a little door on it, so no one can see. But then when no one's around, Radharani takes the locket and she opens it and looks. Oh, and that locket is sitting right on her breast, right on her heart. She said, "Yes, Krishna, I want you always to stay right here. This is your place. You should never be anywhere but here. But unfortunately, time separates us, and circumstance separates us. So oftentimes, at least you're not there, but in this representation, you're there always with me." So this is something that she's wearing, this locket of Krishna's picture. And then, of course, Krishna has one ring. He has a signet ring. And on that signet ring says K-R-S-N-A, Krishna. And Radharani also wears a ring. And it says R-A-D-H-A, Radha. And she wears that just to make her rivals, burn her Vipaksha Sakhis. Because they know that she's number one. So when she's holding her hand like this, then they see Radha. It means she's a champ. She's number one Sakhi of Krishna. So as Radha and Krishna, as Radharani's wearing this locket of Krishna's picture, and she's carrying it with her everywhere, people, they take the dust, they take the miti from the base of Tulsi, and they carry it on their head and everywhere, wherever they go. So they're always in remembrance and contact with the Braj. This is the greatest ornament. This is a bhav vichar, the consideration of bhav. Because when someone loves someone, they want to be connected with them, moment to moment, place to place. Wherever they are, they want some picture, some memento, some piece of cloth, or some hair, or some piece of garment, something of their beloved they want to have to remind them. So the dust particles are very powerful entities. Powerful.